Hello, welcome. Today's practice in this month of Mother and Family is all about your supportive mothers. I had to look down because I forgot what I called the class. Mom brain, holiday season, it's all good. So, if you are watching this recording, we are having a prop party. I've got blocks and a strap, a bolster, and my blanket. And so if you don't have these things and like actual yoga blocks or a yoga strap, things can be used around the house. The blocks are a little tricky, of course. They're a great tool to have. So I encourage you to pick up a pair. I think you can find them pretty affordable these days. But the strap, anything can be used as a strap. A dog leash, a belt, the rope or the belt on your bathrobe. So there's lots of things that you can find. Even a pair of leggings or a towel will do. And we are using all of these props because we are calling upon all of the mothers in our lives and how much support they have given us, right? So this can be your maternal line, any woman in your life that you consider a mother figure, peer mothers or friends, so many women, and even some men, I would say, have this nurturing quality, this supportive quality that we all really need in this world more than ever. And so tonight is about honoring the mother within you and all of these mothers around us. So I have a copy of Women Who Run with the Wolves by Clarissa Pinkola Estes. And I wanted to read a little excerpt here on page 193. This is in the section, Finding One's Pack, Belonging as Blessing. Even if you had the most wonderful mother in the world, you may eventually have more than one. As I have often told my own daughters, you were born to one mother, but if you are lucky, you will have more than one. And among them all, you will find most of what you need. Your relationships with todas las madres, the many mothers, will most likely be ongoing ones, for the need for guidance and advisory is never outgrown, nor from the point of view of women's deep creative life should it ever be. Relationships between women, whether the women share the same bloodlines or are psychic soulmates, whether the relationship is between analyst and analysand, between teacher and apprentice, or between kindred spirits, are kinship relationships of the most important kind. We need it. We need each other. We need this energy, this feminine connection, this support from our mothers. And so our props tonight are taking our mother's place and supporting us throughout our practice. So please come on back to your mat and let's get started. We're starting in a child's pose. So if you have your blanket, you can move it off to the side. And I would suggest either blocks or a bolster. I'm going to go with blocks here. Taking a nice wide stance with your knees, sitting back towards your heels. When you're ready to start to reach your hands forward, letting your forearms rest on the blocks or the bolster. If it feels comfortable to do so, letting your head come all the way down to the floor. If you have something else nearby and your head needs more support, please take that underneath your head here. Taking a few grounding deep breaths to arrive. In through the nose, out through the mouth. As you settle in, start to imagine and get a true feeling sense for the mothers that you care for and care for you in your life. You might be moving through images of them in your mind or things that they have done for you. Take another deep breath here. Letting this sense of gratitude fill your whole body. When you're ready to, your head starts to lift, and then slowly walking your hands towards your body. We can use one or both of these blocks to slide right underneath the sits bones as we shift into our Virasana or hero's pose. So sitting in this kneeling position here, we'll grab our strap or the leg. Nice and wide. We're going to go right into the heart space here as we continue celebrating the support of our mothers. Your hands nice and wide. Reaching the hands up overhead. You can always adjust how far apart your hands are from each other. You could start a little bit more narrow. Just bringing your hands up into this nice big Y. As you pull this strap taut, backs of your palms pressing towards the back of your body. Now, just letting the natural curves of your spine and your beautiful pregnant body just start to rest and ground here in this seat. Depending on how your belly is showing today, this might be a nice big stretch, giving baby some space. As you exhale, feeling this gentle hug of your breath, pulling inward slightly towards your baby. And when you're ready to take the hands down, release the strap just on your lap and shake out your hands. Roll the shoulders up and down. I'm going to move forward a bit so I take the straps back behind me. Picking up your strap once again, maybe a little bit wider this time. We'll breathe in up towards the sky. And then exhale and let your hands come back behind you. Again, as wide as you need to. Inhale, coming back up to center. Exhale, hands coming out in front of you. Inhale up to the sky. Exhale behind your back. Breathing in up to the sky. Exhale down in front. Nice soft jaw as you're breathing. Moving all of the gunk out of the heart space. Imagine one of the women in your life has their nice, warm, loving hand right behind your heart. One more time. all the way back up and out in front. Releasing the strap again. Roll for the wrists, flick the fingers. One more time, shrugging the shoulders. If you have a second block, or even your blanket could be folded up in a way that is supportive for you. Taking one hand up to the sky, your left hand reaching up. The block will be off to the side here as you exhale into a nice, easy side bend. And then start to turn your head so you're looking up towards that top arm. Dropping this bottom shoulder. Staying rooted through your hips and your legs. Big breath into the rib cage. To come out, a breath in, back to center. Exhale, hands down. And switch your block to the other side. Right hand reaching up as you breathe in. Exhale, side bend. Looking up and over towards that top arm. One more breath here. And then coming back up to center, breathe in. Exhale, both hands down. Okay, one more time with our strap. So let's take the strap into one hand. Bend the hand behind, bending your elbow, place your hand behind your head. And start now, before we get into it fully, just pressing the back of your head into your arm. I'm going to turn around so you can see behind. Okay, so the strap is dangling down the back. Then your other hand comes and finds the strap at any height. You might be holding onto the strap towards your low back or your mid back, wherever it feels comfortable for you. And so we're hugging in the belly, again, giving baby that hug inward and pressing the head back. We'll take a few more breaths here. Side view. Giving our hearts more time to release. When we open up this space physically with stretching and breathing, we do so energetically as well, creating more space in the heart. More space for gratitude, for self-love, for loving kindness of all around you. When you're ready to release, we're going to take the bottom hand out first, and then the top hand with the strap, letting that go. Maybe some shoulder shrugs. I'm always shrugging my shoulders. And then dropping the chin to the chest and finding some semicircles with the head. Maybe a full circle if you'd like. Good. Now for the second side. The strap goes into the opposite hand, taking that hand back behind your head and neck. Strap all mixed up here. Here we go. And then before we move on, press your head back into your arm. Again, you've got your baby here, gently hugging in, so we're not letting baby protrude outwards or our ribs press forward. We're staying nice and tall upright here. When you're ready, that other hand moves back behind, finding its way up your strap. Breathing in and out through the nose. Feeling so much moving now. I fell silent for a moment because I really felt like these little things kind of popping really gently though. Like, I don't even know how to describe, like little air pockets or something moving and shifting. Felt really good. Another breath or two. And then taking that bottom hand out first, and then the top arm, and release the strap. Okay. Now we'll come off of the blocks. Just place them off to the side here for a moment and come into hands and knees tabletop. Spreading your fingers nice and wide. And we'll start to move through cat-cow, pelvic tilts. Letting this wave come all the way up towards your shoulders. You tuck your tailbone and allow your belly to drop in cow. Breathing in, looking forward. Exhaling, pressing up and back. And shift yourself back to a tabletop, and then we'll swing the legs out in front of us, coming into a seat. Now we have all of these props, so let's use them to our advantage. Blanket comes right underneath the sits bones. So you're sort of sitting right at the edge of the blanket. Strap once again. And then take your right leg out to the side. We're going to use this strap to lasso our foot. And then you can use both hands to start here. Right, so again, if you're in your third trimester, the fold is not going to be here over the leg. You're going to twist and find more of this rainbow arc. However, if you do have some more space here, you can start by finding this bow towards the leg. I'm going to go for this rainbow arc here, letting my hand move towards the foot. Taking both of my hips down, both sits bones pressing down, so I'm not lifting up, I'm staying rooted down on that side. Once again, you can start to look up towards that top arm. Such a nice stretch for the low back around the SI joint. And then from here, lifting yourself up to center. And we'll switch the legs out. Find the strap to the ball of your foot. You can start here again with both hands, reaching the heart forward, or going right into that revolved fold with the top arm arcing over. This posture of the reference to rainbow just reminded me of my meme, my grandmother. I saw a rainbow on the day that she passed a few years ago. It's just such a beautiful symbol. Whenever I see one, I think of her. Coming back up. Bring the soles of your feet together now. Again, you're still right on the edge of your blanket. And we'll sort of do like this moving of the flesh on your bum so that your sits bones are pressing down. And instead of your tailbone being scooped under, like you've got your tail between your legs, really try to get your tail out and back behind you. Okay, and then start here nice and tall. You can hold on to your shins. And then with your hands coming to your knees, your palms nice and flat, start to press your knees up to your hands as you push your hands down into your knees. Again, here we can imagine that these loving hands are here to make us stronger. They're not our own hands today. They are those of supportive mothers, all who have come before us, who are leading the path. This is giving us more strength and stamina in our legs, in our hips, our thighs, these birthing muscles. Start to release and soften. When you're ready to, you can exhale towards more of a fold. If you're feeling any sensitivity in the pubic symphysis, stay upright. You don't have to fold forward. When you're ready to, come on back up. Take your legs out in front of you. Take your hands back behind you. Flex and point through your feet. And then with your knees bending again, windshield wiper from side to side. You're going to close this practice with a setup that is one of the most supportive for Shavasana or prenatal yoga. You can learn this in prenatal and take it with you for the rest of your life because it's just so comfortable. Okay, so getting your 2 blocks and your bolster. Okay, I know bolsters are one of those things that you might not have, but a pillow, if you have a firm pillow, and honestly, if you have couch cushions that can come off of your couch, they have this sort of like sturdy shape to them that could work for you. Okay, I'm on a little uneven ground here. Okay, so you have your block at the medium height and then the lowest height, and they're just a few inches apart to create an incline. And then for your blanket, you're going to create this nice big roll. I'm going to use the length, actually. I'm going to use about half the length of the blanket. So this shape is fine. And then rolling it all the way up. We've got this roll, looks like a yoga mat now, rolled up. Scooting back to your bolster. Soles of the feet come together once again. And then you place your blanket just on top of the arches of your feet. Then letting your knees come together. You're going to take the ends of the blanket and wrap them nice and tight around your ankles. Okay? Take the time to really feel supported here. And then holding onto the bolster, lowering your back all the way down. Something incredible that we experience as women is that we were already alive. We were born in our grandmother's body. Absolutely amazing. So as you rest here, allow your mind to float back in time for just a moment. Whether this supportive mother is your biological mother, adopted mother, mother by choice, friend, aunt, neighbor. Let's begin to imagine all the mothers that were before. All leading to you and your motherhood journey. Now it's your time to make choices for yourself and for your children. Choices that reflect who you are and things that you've learned in your life. You are the perfect mother for your baby, for your children. As you move further down this journey of motherhood, don't forget that you need support. Whatever that means to you is exactly what you need. Ask for it and allow yourself to receive it. Take a deep breath here. We'd like to move your legs first, you can slowly lift your knees back to center. Move through the fingers and the toes. And then let your knees fall to the left as you slowly turn your body to the left side. And press back up to your feet. Your hands coming together in front of your heart. Allow your left hand to come to heart center as your right hand comes down to your belly, your womb. With love and gratitude. Namaste. Thank you for sharing this practice with me. Something that I would like to extend to you is the idea of journaling about this experience, about the mothers in your life, about your motherhood journey. Moving in the body in this way, release some things, and journaling can help you really integrate and process even more. So have a wonderful rest of the day or evening.